Hi, welcome to our Gemara Shir. Welcome to the Torah Anytime amazing viewers who come to watch us. We are here in Mam Loez Shul in Ramat Bet Shemesh. We are about to finish Mirz Hashem today the Perek Blezer Demira Masechet Shabbos Daf Kuf Lamed Zayin Amud Aleph in the bottom of the page. There's the Mishnah, not the very bottom, but the second Mishnah to the last, right over here. Yeah, where the blue lines are. And basically, Be'ezus Hashem, hopefully, we'll finish the parak. Oh, I'm sorry, and we'll deal with the brachas to explain the brachas of the Mila and many other interesting halachas to do with bris Mila. What happens to a baby that's overweight and looks too fat, and therefore the bris Mila looks different? What do you do? Lots of interesting things about Hashem. Says the Eilige Mishnah, the shoes le'ilu nishmas, my father Menachem ben Akiva, and for the quick release of all hostages, Alon ben Yidit, Bar Shem Shmo, B'soch Shar Shvu Yisrael. Yeah, Bar Avraham ben Yulia. Says the Mishnah, Koton nimol lishmoina, letisha, v'la'asoro, v'la'achadasar, v'l'shnemasar, l'pochos v'l'yoyser, which means, how many days after the birth do you perform the bris milah? 8, right? Well, not always. The Mishnah said that sometimes the bris milah is done not on the 8th day, but 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Yeah? Anytime between the 8th day and the 12th day is bris milah. That's when bris milah is being done, being performed. No less than that and not more than that. Reminds us of the Mishnah in Megillah again. Megillah Nikres, yeah, between 11 and 16 and 15. HaKetzad, how is that? HaKetzad. Yeah? How come you have 8, 9? Where is it coming from? Baby that was born, regular time, regular day, nothing to do with Shabbos or Sfekas, even if he's born on Shabbos, by the way. If it's normal birth, you do the meal on the 8th day. Noilad lebena shmoshois, nimo letisha, which means, let's say he's born bebena shmoshes of, 1 second, yeah? He was born bebena shmoshes between, let's say, Sunday and Monday. Sorry, thank you. Between Sunday and Monday, let's say. So we're not sure whether Ben Moshes belongs to Sunday or Monday. It's a time between Shkia and Seis, which is forever a suffix, as we saw in Daf Lamed Gimel, Lamed Daled in this Masechta. It's a suffix. So what do? You don't know. Maybe the Mila should be done on, let's say it was born between when? Sunday and Monday, to play it safe, yeah? So we don't know Sunday, Monday. Maybe should be Nimol next Sunday, maybe Monday. So, of course, it's Monday, because too early, you can't do Mila. But 1 day later, you can. So really, you do the Mila on the 9th day. 9th day from Sunday. Yeah? Assuming he was born on Sunday, then you wait an extra day, Monday, because maybe he was born on Monday. At the end of the day, it's 8 plus 1. Next case, Ben Hashmoshe Shel Erev Shabbos. Let's say he was born Ben Hashmoshe Shel Erev Shabbos. The Ben Hashmoshe is between Friday and Shabbos. Yeah, instead of lighting candles for the ladies of birth. So that Ben Hashmoshe Erev Shabbos, what's the story? Nima La'asoro. Why? Because we don't know whether the bris should be done on Friday or Shabbos. So you can't do it next Shabbos. Don't do a maybe bris on Shabbos. You only kind of break Shabbos, you push away Shabbos for a for sure Mila. But if the Mila is really not sure whether it should be Friday or Shabbos, you don't do it on Shabbos, you do it on Sunday. So then it's one more day. Instead of Friday being the 8th day, the 9th day is Shabbos, which is a no. Sunday, right, is really the 10th day from the day of the birth. You do the 10th day. Yom Tov Lachar Shabbos, haha, very nice. Let's say the Yom Tov after Shabbos. Yom Tov is the same. You don't break Yom Tov for maybe, and definitely not for push over for a push away. It was already pushed from the original date for sure, right? You don't do a Mila Shaloi Bizmano, not the right time in Yom Tov. You skip one more day. 10 plus 1, 11. What about Beis Yomim Shel Rosh Hashanah? You have 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, which means, let's say Sunday, Monday is Rosh Hashanah. Nimo l'shnei masar. Then what do you do? 12th day, meaning. Let's calculate again. This boy was born between Friday and Shabbos Ben Hashmoshes of what would be, let's say, the second to last Shabbos of the year. Last Shabbos of the year is Shabbos, followed by Rosh Hashanah. He was born Friday, Shabbos before. We don't know what to do. Friday, Shabbos, push it for Shabbos. No way. Shabbos is the 9th day. We don't do it on Shabbos. Rosh Hashanah, 10th. Then 11th. Because Rosh Hashanah 2 days. Shabbos, Rosh Hashanah 3 days. So 3 days gap takes you to 12 to day number 12. By the way, this wouldn't happen today ever, this story, because there is no Rosh Hashanah on Sunday. Because Rosh Hashanah first day, when we have a Luach Kavua, we have a set Luach, Rosh Hashanah never falls on Sunday, Wednesday, or Friday. The Mishnah they didn't have set calendars in the time of the Mishnah. That started much later in times of the Gemara. Hillel is not Hillel Azokin. Hillel who started the set Luach, Hillel HaKotan, was another Hillel, an Amora. So now, continues the Mishnah, Kotan Achoyle, Ein Malinoisoi Achi Avri. A baby who's sick, not to a very grave degree, even if he's just sick, you don't do Mila to the baby until he gets better. Now, on that says the Gemara an interesting statement. Amar Shmuel, Chalatz Toichama, Noisin Lokol Shiva Lavroisai. Now I saw something in Shulchan Aruch that made me very, very happy because it reconciled what you said and what I said, which means, says Shmuel, what Chalatz Toichama? Chalatz Toichama is not the baby of the Mishnah. The baby of the Mishnah was a regular sick baby who was sick, maybe a little bit of pain in the eye. The Shulchan Aruch says not strong pain in the eye, whatever, some kind of sickness which is not the end of the world. Not sure how to define each and every disease in today's terms, of the medical world. But if the disease was bad enough to push away the bris, but is not really bad, then you don't wait 7 days. Then you do the Mila ASAP. Hence, I was invited sometimes to brism of babies who were done in the afternoon straight away. You just got better, do the Mila. Shmuel is talking about a baby who's really sick. Chalatz stoi, nechlatz, rescued. He had chana, he had fever all over the body. He had something more serious. Then you have to wait after that serious disease goes away, 7 extra days. That's pshat. You have to give him 7 more days and mal him on the 8th day from the time that you got the clean medical bill, the all clear sign. From that point, you have to give him 7 extra days and do the meal on the 8th day. Was released from hospital with a good signature from the doctor saying Tuesday, he's all well, all good. Mommy, you can go, give him Mila. You wait another 7 days. Maybe just to make sure that he's really okay. But Lamaisa, that's the point. You have to wait another 7 days. Iboilu. On that, we have a question. Regarding what we just said about the baby who gets 7 extra days, we have a question. Mi ba'ina me'es le'es. Do we require me'es le'es? Which means, do we require an extra 24 hours? Meaning, what happens if the baby was officially declared all clear, clean bill of health? At what point? Tuesday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Do we have to wait till next Tuesday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, me'es le'es? Or can we do it Tuesday morning? How far do we go with that? Toshma, so let's see. Let's see what the Beris has to say. The Tani Luda, the Amoiro brought us a Brisa, and the Brisa says, Yom Avro'osoi, Yom Ivaldoi, end of Brisa. The Yom of the Avro, the Yom of him getting better, is the same as the day he was born. What's the comparison between the day he left hospital with a good stamp, healthy baby? What do we compare it to the day he was born? What does it mean? My love, what are we trying to say? Aren't we saying, Ma yom hivaldo lo ba'inan me'es leis, afyom avroso lo ba'inan me'es leis, which means, as we all know, the day he was born, the baby, you don't have to wait 24 hours. The baby that was born, not getting better, was physically actually born when? Tuesday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Next Tuesday is a bris when? Not 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If you're Ashkenazi, you do it early in the morning. Sephardi, maybe 1 o'clock. In the afternoon, mapitom, no way. You don't have to wait the entire, right? The whole time, the whole 24 hours. So too, maybe that's a comparison. So too, the baby that was released of hospital and is considered now healthy does not have to wait the extra 24. He has to wait till the 8th day, then do it ASAP. Zrizin makdim and the mitzvahs. There is a mitzvah to do the mitzvah, the bris early. Maybe that's what the comparison is all about. Says the Gemara, no, loy, not necessarily so. You could say that odif yom avosim imevaldoi. The day of him getting better, maybe better, meaning better as more, is more than the day he was born, meaning the Yomi Valdoi Lobin and Mesles. You could say no. It's true, says Rashi, we compare the Leida to the Avra, you have to wait 8 days, 7 full days and a bit. But it doesn't mean that the comparison is down to the T. Maybe there's a difference. Yomi Valdoi, there's no Mesles. You just have to wait till the 8th day. You don't have to wait 8 days. You have to wait till the 8th morning and then do the Mila. Zrizin Makdimin. Mashenkin could be that the Avo Osoi, you do have to wait, Mesles, possibly. So today I open Shulchan Aruch Baruch Hashem, and so he says really like the Dichui, that the Yom Avo, you have to wait Mesles. Yes. If he was really sick, whatever really sick is, I'm not a rabbi, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a moyel, but whatever seriously ill means, you have to wait 8 full days. Full days, the entire 8 days, meaning, 7 times 24, and then. Says the Heilige Mishnah. Last Mishnah of the Perek. These are the pieces of skin which are me'akev the mila, which without them, the baby is not called nimol. Me'akvin, you cannot do without removing them. If those pieces of skin are not removed, the baby is a complete orel. What are they? If you have a piece of skin, as we'll see in the Gemara, which covers the majority, I assume 55-60% of the corona, of the bottom part of the aver, then if that you have one piece of skin that covers most of it, no way. So then it's not considered the head mila. The einoichel betruma, to the point that he cannot even eat betruma. He cannot eat. In other words, if he's a kohen and there is a dindoraisa, a kohen does not eat truma. A baby who's an orel and grows up that way, even though he's 90% nimo, 90% is not good. So therefore, einochel betruma. The first soul says, what's a chiddush nochel betruma? He says the chiddush is even truma derabanan. That's a chiddush. Some trumas are only derabanan. Many of them actually. Many fruit. Truma derabanan. Truma derabanan is such a non-mohu that even truma derabanan he doesn't eat. There's no connection between him and truma. Just to remind ourselves of what we said previously, the art pieces, when I said 99%, it's not always true. If the piece of skin is less than roiv, remained behind, was left behind, but doesn't cover the majority of the Torah, then what? Then it's not mehudel, it's not zekel vandel, but he's called gimalid. He's nimol. He's circumcised. The baby is fat, or the other Rishonim, the Rambam and others, they say he's either fat or he is, he's either fat or he's his skin is like drooping. Whatever causes the thing, Baal Baso means that he has some kind of skin that covers the Torah. He was really nimor, it's gimalid, but lemaisa, it looks as if he wasn't. Some skin kilu, is draped over his Torah. You have to be metaken because of my sign. It doesn't look right. It looks as if he's a goy, he's an orel, as if he didn't have bris milah, and therefore metaknoi. What's metaknoi? Machlokes Rishonim. Baruch Hashem was zoichid to see that. Rashi says metaknoi, you have to cut it. You have to cut more. Rambam, I saw a few Rishonim. They say no, you have to do something to make it stick to the place. You have to do something to make that piece of skin hold back and not cover the Torah. In such a way, some stick it. I'm not sure technically, but you don't cut it. You just make sure that it stays there, maybe with a strong bandage, some kind of thing that would leave it there without drooping away. And that's considered to be okay to avoid marisain. Shouldn't look like a goy. Mal veloy pores mila kilu lo mal. The Mishnah concludes he did mila. It was not poreh the mila as if he wasn't mal. There was no priya. What does priya mean? He did not uncover the orla. He cut it, but he didn't uncover. He didn't flip it back. He didn't do the priya. Lo poreh the mila kilu lo mal. As if he wasn't mal. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. What do you mean kilu lo mal? Tosis asks the question, Tema. It's kilu he wasn't mal. There's no priya, there's no mila. Tema, am I? 1 second. So if there's no priya, what happens then? No mila. Look at Tosfos. Tema. I wonder. Ama itzich lemitni. Why does the Mishnah have to add that line? Akeven de kvartana de bosar chofes rova ator me'akiv mila. V'chiloi pora adayin rova Torah mechusa. Why does the Mishnah have to repeat itself? If I know the one cuticle stays covering, you cut, but one of them still covers the Torah, one tiny sliver, right, covers the majority of the Torah. What do we say? It's me'akev. No, fine. Kol sheken, if it didn't do the entire priya, of course it's considered as if it's not mal. Why does the Mishnah have to repeat it? Answers the Tiferes soil. Answers the Tiferes soil. I saw the Mishnah, Baruch Hashem. Tiferes soil, you should know, whenever you have difficulty with the Mishnah, you have to look at the Mishnah of the Mishnayos. I said that to my Talmidim in Yeshiva, also on the WhatsApp. Yeah, you don't know what the Mishnah has gone on? Go to the Mishnayos, in the original. The Tiferes soil says something very nice. He says in the Reisha, I would say, not Mila, L'chumra. Yeah, he's not called Mal, Nemo, the baby. So what do? You do the Mila once again. But you make a bracha the second time? Let's on Sunday had the Mila, which was 90% good, but it's 0% good. On Monday, that was on Sunday, let's say. On Monday, you bring him again. You make a bracha on just cutting that extra bit? The answer is yes. Yes. Exactly. Very good. That's your deal. Very good, Akiva. Ki'ilu lo imal. Ki'ilu lo imal means there's no mila whatsoever. Even lakula. Because to make another bracha, it's a bikula. Bracha levatalo. It's ki'ilu lo imal completely. They even need a new bracha, which is a big chiddush. Right? Okay, weiter. Zog the Gemara. Amar Rabbi Abina, Amar Rabbi Yirmiyah bar Abba, Amar Rav. Basar choifes roiv goyva shel Torah. As I told you before, what are the tzitzin and ma'akvin? The basar, the piece of skin, which covers the majority of the goiva, meaning even if the girth, the width, the circumference is mostly uncovered, you have one spitzale, one shvant that covers the majority of that area in that Torah, lengthwise, but not widthwise. It's also ma'akev, and the baby is like a goy. Oh, here comes the interesting stuff. Here again, we're going to see how the Shulchan Aruch takes sides. Let's see what the Gemara says, and then the Shulchan Aruch Baal Peh. Be'ezras Hashem. Amar Shmuel. What did we say in the Mishnah? If the baby is Baal Basar, you have to again redo the Mila, so it shouldn't look as if the Mila is covering the corona. Undo it. Reveal it, stick it in such a way that would make sure that it doesn't look as if it's protruding into the Torah, covering the Torah, and then it's good because the Mari sign. Amar Shmuel. Cotton mesubal bebasar. A cotton which is, really fat and shomen ve'av, and even though you did the mila, still looks as if, he has like layers of fat that cover that Torah. So let's give him a test. Kozman shemiskashe. Even babies, sometimes they may have, a kishui, they get hard. Venir mohul. So if his aver is hard, and then he looks mohul, okay. If that state, that position, he looks mohul, he looks gimaled, then because it's extended, then you don't see that extra bit covering. Ein tzorich lamul, you don't have to do the mila, then 100% it's good, ein tzorich lamul. Ve'im lav tzorich lamul. If not, you have to do the mila. If he doesn't look mohul, then you have to do the mila. What do you mean tzorich lamul? We're going to explain that soon. However, the Braisa says different to Shmuel. You have a baby which is very fat and cascading fats. If he's in the state where it's hard, and he doesn't look as if he is mohul, then tzorich lemuloi. Only if he doesn't look mohul, then you have to do the milah. The difference between Shmuel and Rashbag seems to be non-existent. They both said that if he is hard, if he's expanded, he doesn't look mohul, it's okay. If he looks mohul, then it's fine. However, if you listen to the nuances, they didn't say the same. Mai benayu, we'll say the Mai benayu, then we'll go back to reading the words. What's the halachic difference between Shmuel and the Braisa of Rashbag? Let's say there's a matzah, a situation in which when he is bekoshui, he is somewhere in the middle. Nira ve'enu nira, yeah? It looks a bit like it covers the Torah, but not 100%. Let's go back and read. What did Shmuel say? Shmuel said when he is in the erect situation, and then he looks mahul, he looks gimaled, 100%, then in a tzorich. But anything below that, you need to be mal. Shmuel has a higher standard. Higher standard. Only if it for sure looks mahul, then we're okay. But anywhere which is not 100% wishy-washy, then you do the milah. Now, Rashbag on the other hand, again I'm skipping, Rashbag started from the other end of the stick. Rashbag says, no, if he's miskashe and he doesn't look mahul, you clearly see that he's not mahul. It's real trouble. You see, oh, this baby looks like a goy. Even when he's miskashe, then you have to do the milah. Mashma, that situation which is so, you don't have to. That's the difference between them. So look up Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch says something very interesting. Shulchan Aruch says that even that when we say tzorich lemuloi, did you notice what the Beris said in Shmuel? Didn't say fix him up. Tzorich lemuloi. You have to do the milah. Mamish. So according to the Rambam, that works very nicely, and that's where Shulchan Aruch goes, which means there are two types of babies here: the Mishnah baby and the Brisa baby. The Brisa baby is a baby which, if he looks, if he doesn't, if even when he's mekushe, bekishui, he still looks like he has, like he goes, he still looks orel, yeah. Then we say he mamish needs the milah. I don't know for the bracha, then he mamish mechuyev to do proper milah. Because even bekishu, he looks that it's covered. Sorry. Then what? Then what's the matzav? He needs another milah mamish. He's in a real bad state. The baby, which when his aver is, I don't know, you call it a mace, it's called in Lashon HaKodesh, dead, meaning not kosher, just loose, small. Then what? Then he looks orel, and when he's kosher, he looks nimol. Then baby also needs fixing up, but not as much. He doesn't need to be mohul. Then we say, what did we say in the Mishnah? All you have to do is metakno mipnei marisayin. Very nice. So the baby that when he's in a loose situation, in a dead situation, looks bad, but kosher looks good. He's not so bad because most of the time, some of the time he's okay, and therefore all we need to do is fixing up, not by cutting, by putting some bandage there to make sure that it stays in the place. Mashenkin, the baby that even the kishui is a matzav that he looks orel, it looks like it's covering the Torah, then he mamish needs milah. I don't know, I guess not to the bracha as far as I remember, because he had milah. But you mamish have to, again, take away that piece. You have to cut that piece mamish. Weiter. Let's learn about the brachos, the ceremony of the bris milah. See what we say in the bris milah, different brachos. Hamal, the mal, which is the Moihel, Oimer Shekitshanu b'mitzvah v'tzivanu al hamila. Yeah, oops, I'm sorry. The person who actually does the bris milah itself makes a bracha of al hamila. Avi Abein Oimer, the father of the son, says, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvah v'tzivanu la'achnisa b'brisa shel Avraham Avinu. Yeah, the mitzvah is le'achnisa b'brisa shel Avraham Avinu. That's the mitzvah of the father. He's not doing the milah itself physically, but he's machnis, he brings him into the covenant of Avraham Avinu. It's two inyanim. The physical milah, which represents the knisa entering the bris of Avraham Avinu. Ha'oimdim sham, there's a gilsa, oimrin, kishem shenichnas lebris, kach yikonos l'torach u'parasim toivim. Which means, what does it mean, ha'oimdim sham? You know why it says ha'oimdim sham, and not ha'nimtzoim sham? Because there's a mitzvah, as it says in Kiddushin Lamed La'alef or something, it says there, Oimdim bifnei mitzvah, also in Bikurim. The people of Yerushalayim, when they saw the people with Bikurim coming in, they would stand up for them. You stand up for Choshev Barov, Talmid Chochem, Zoken, your father, you do, I assume. So, what do? When you see a person who's the most poshut Yid, I don't know, just about frum, but he's doing a mitzvah, you have to stand up. Hence, some people are against sit-down chuppahs. There's a question about it, yeah? Yeah, no worries, fine. I still love you. Yeah, all you Americans, I love you all. But Lamaisa, there's a shayla but sit down chuppahs because you saw a mitzvah. Yeah, the chosen kala doing a mitzvah, and therefore the chosen at least, and therefore there's a shaila if you can sit bechuppah. So all these messy Israelis chuppah have a makom.
So we stand up for Sefer Torah when they bring the baby.
Sefer Torah is a mitzvah by itself, besides the oysa mitzvah. No, that's for itself. So to here, there's a bris, don't sit down. There's somebody performing a very, very choshev mitzvah. You have to stand. It says there's a oim dim sham. And what do they say? There are two gilsois. I'm sorry, in the back. Either kishem shenichnas, the bless the baby, he should be nichnas dorach chuppah masim tovim. Some say because he's a sakono. The baby is besakona, so we say he should live long and perform the mitzvahs. Yeah. And some say in Tosfos and also the other Rishonim, they say kishem she we're addressing the father. You, the father, should be zoicher to let him into the other mitzvahs. Now, what does it say? First, the person has to learn Torah, and then Yisa Isha, then Chuppah. Why is Maisim Tovim after Chuppah? So in one of the Perushim, don't remember who, Chuppah is the age of 18. And Masiv Tovim, the age of 20, when you're Nidan B'Shamayim. Din Shamayim is from the age of 20. You get married at 18, then Shmones on the Chuppah. The age of 20, you start, really being worried about Maisim Tovim.
Yeah, further.
What?
On the father before that.
I'm not sure it's on the father between 13 and 20. Din Shemaim, do you know them? Whatever. Yeah, weiter. Now, the person is mevorech. Mevorech may not be the moel. You know what it says in the Rishonim? Because the moel has his mouth dirty with the blood, v'chulei, so he can't say the brocha. There's another person making the brochas. Mevorech oimer shekidash yedid mebeten. Who's a yedid? With some machlokes Rashi Tosfos, the one who sanctified the yedid. Yedid is either Avram Avinu, according to Tosfos, is a yedid of Hashem's best friend, Avram Avinu, or Yadid may be Yitzchok, which was already holy from the stomach, from the womb. Choik b'sheroi sam, he engraved his choik. Choik means two things: engraving, etching. Is etching into our she'er. What she'er? Flesh. We etched into our flesh his law, his bris. And the tzetzoim he sealed with the same bris kodesh of before. According to Tosfos, these are three generations. Yadid is Avram. Choik v'sheroi sam is Yitzchok, yeah, and Bris Kodesh is Yaakov v'tzetzov, all of them together. Yeah, now Alken, Bischazois, we're trying to tell people, the schar of Bris is, you think the baby's suffering? No, there's big schar. Kel chai, chelkeinu, goaleinu, chelkeinu tsureinu, excuse me. Hashem is our part, Hashem is our rock. Sivela atzili didu sherenu mishachas. In other words, Hashem will save this baby, bizchus the bris, from going down to Gehenna. If the baby behaves like a person with bris, doesn't have relations with goite, doesn't do meshichas orla, he will be saved from shachas. Avram Avinu stands by the door of Gehenna and he flicks people out of Gehenna. If after a certain time, he lets them out of Gehenna after they did their bit. But if the person has no bris milah, or bris milah did not behave properly, whatever that means, with a goite, then he doesn't know. He says, I'm sorry, I don't know you, sir. So the bris milah is what saves us from Gehenna. Baruch atah Hashem, leman brisa shosah b'b'sareinu. And that itself, for the sake of the bris that is in our basra. Yeah? Hashem is mechabit the bris to recognize it and not let us go to Gehenna because of it. Baruch atah Hashem covers the bris. Now comes all different type of milah with different broches. Amalis agerim. Oh, a person who is mal gerim. Oimer. Here's a huge machlokes rishonim, insanely huge machlokes rishonim in the nusach. Nusach number 1. Oimer baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam shekidshanu v'tzotzeh v'tzvanu ala milah. So again, whoever does the milah, the moel, says ala milah. According to this girsa, same as with the baby, same thing. Milah is technical. Be it a baby, be it a ger who's a 45 years old guy from wherever. Amevorech oimer, who's the mevorech? As you said, the shlich based in, whoever's in charge. Yeah, it doesn't say the whole thing, brisa shel Avraham Avinu, lomo l'sagerim, ulhatif mem dam bris. We'll make a big deal over here by the ger of the atofas dam bris. Shilmo dam bris, lo niskar mishamayim v'oretz. If not for the dam bris, the blood that comes out of the bris, the dafka by a ger we mentioned, then shamayim v'oretz wouldn't have existed. Shenemar no bris yom v'layla. My question was, why is it Dafka by Gerin make such a big deal with the dam? answers the Ramban and the Ritva. They answer two answers. I mean, first of all, some Gerim were already Nimo, as we said before, right? So since many Gerim had Mila, they're Arabs, American, English, some people do Mila anyways for health reasons, and all you have to do is Atofa. So we say like one standard for everyone. We have a standard nusach for everyone, but Atofa. Because Atofa every Ger does. So even the Ger that has real Mila, we still say the nusach of Atofa. The other answer, which I saw b'shem, the other Rishon, I saw in the Rishonim mentioning another Rishon, he says because the Ger is an adult and he's concerned with Atofa. He's an adult, that the pain is more, real, or the concern, they're taking out blood. Don't worry, mister. The schus of the blood coming out is a very, very big schus. The big machlokes Rishonim is that some Rishonim hold, and they make a big deal out of it, that you don't say Hamal Sagerim. There's just one bracha, Alamila and without Tofa. And there's no bracha of Alamila. They say the difference between the ger, and there are no two brachas, just one bracha. Just one bracha. Why? Because by a baby, there is a mitzvah to be mal the baby. By a ger, there's no mitzvah to be mal him. Right? Once he's Jewish, he has to have milah, but who says he has to be Jewish? Yeah? Nobody has a chiyuv to mal him. By avodim, there's a question about the odoin. Yeah, the ger basically appoints someone because we want to help him because he's such a nice, good guy, so sincere and so good. We allow him in. But right, a baby once born, betzem is a chiyuv. Yeah, when Tim McKenzie was born 35 years ago, there's no chiyuv. Right, we create the milah in order for him to come into the nation and have chiyuvim. There's no chiyuv right now before the milah is a goy. No chiyuv to be mal a goy, right? Per se, locally. Hence, yes, of course, obviously. The tvila is on it, kibel shmibel. Goy can be mekabel, whatever he wants, as long as no mila and tvila is not Jewish. Mila without tvila, I don't know, but no, it's not Jewish. The guy can be very sensitive. It happens, right? My daughter knows the family of Venezuela, they've been, I don't know, 5-10 years waiting for Geras to behave like the most Haredi people in the world. Except for Chilul Shabbos once a Shabbos, yeah? Very nice, extremely amazing. Right? So no mitzvah is of itself to malim, right? So according to those Rishonim, we don't say alamila. Nobody was mitzvah me alamila. Elamai, we make this more general nusach. Lomul sagerim, meaning once he's again, I want to help him and lativ dam bris and the chula chukosh ma'avoretz. But there's no personal mitzvah on anyone to make them mila. Once he's again, so gitov yaduvim kecho, there is lomul. But there is one bracha less. That's the general picture. There's much more here, but that was just the general idea. Amalis avodim, or a person who's mal avodim, oimer. Same thing. According to our girsa, there is a mitzvah lamila. There is such a girsa. The one in charge, that could be the odoin. The odoin of the eved could be different. He has a chiyuv to malim. Same thing to do the atofa shel mola dambris. Without dambris, there would no be shemaim, no oretz, no nothing. If not for our bris, we don't have any schusim. Shneimar bris yom v'layla. So of course, on avodim there's a question. On avodim you could claim that I'm wrong, right? Because avodim there is a chiyuv in the master to be malhim, right? So there is a question. I didn't go into the Rishonim. I apologize, but that's generally the idea. By a girl, it's definitely different to a baby. A baby there's a chiyuv once born. Also an eved there's no chiyuv once born. Once you buy him, you have a chiyuv to malhim, to function as a Jewish home. You can eat your korban pesach v'chulei. But by Gerim, the chiyuv is different. However, having said that, our Gemara does have the chiyuv of alamil. There is a mitzvah. Alamila, we do hold of that. Many Rishonim don't. Ask your local rabbi what to do when you mal again next time. Mazel tov. Oh, mazel tov. We just finished Rebbe the Mila. Be'ezus Hashem tomorrow. What do we do? Another Rebbe. Look. We're going to learn more about something more practical, and that is borer. Halachas of borer, mishamer, sifting wine on Shabbos. Next time you sift wine, or use water filter. On Shabbos, you have to know the next barracks. So join us. Come here to shul, or come to your screen on your phone and tour anytime. Have a great night.
Practical halacha with respect to
That's